Good morning from 15th Avenue, also known as the Ave at the University of Washington. Today, I'm going to be giving a walking tour of the University of Washington campus. There was a Starbucks back there, and I tried to find a coffee shop that wasn't a Starbucks. There's a couple, but they're both closed. Maybe it's just too early. It's just a little past 8 right now. I'll have to check back later, but I'm going to be doing this tour without a coffee in my hand. Wish me luck. All right, let's go. It's a rather chilly morning in Seattle. Sunday morning. Streets are quiet because it's early. I didn't see anyone on the Ave. Usually you would see people there getting coffee, walking around. So I'm walking east. To my left here is the School of Social Work. And across the street here is Schmitz Hall. Schmitz Hall is the financial aid office. So coming here brings back a lot of memories for me, and that's because I went to school here. I graduated from the University of Washington in 1997. Yes, 1997. Oh my goodness, a long time ago. And I actually went here twice. I went here for undergrad as well as grad school. Sharing a little too much information, but it's all right. I trust you guys. All right, so from Schmitz Hall, we're gonna cross this bridge over to the Henry Art Gallery and just walk around campus. This lady here is telling you this is where you need to go to pay your tuition. Across the street there are some of the dorms. I forget the names of those dorms. Haggett Hall. I mean, it's been a long time. There's dorms there, and then there's also dorms on campus, which is in that direction there. So the dorms behind me are actually off campus. This is looking south, and actually this is looking directly at South Campus and the University of Washington Medical Center. That's looking north, and it's late November right now, so there's some autumn colors remaining, but it's starting to look more like winter. All right, let's just go for this walk, and I'll narrate this walk the best that I can. There's been a lot of changes to the campus, and I haven't kept up to date with all of the changes. I noticed, though, that there was a lot of construction on the Ave. In fact, a section of that street was closed. I tried to turn right onto the Ave from 45th Street after I exited Interstate 5, but I was not able to because it was closed. So that I just passed is a Henry Art Gallery. There's a statue here. Statue of George Washington. Looks like they're making repairs to the bricks. It's taped off. Taped off pretty good, but it looks like this fell here. So you can actually walk right up to George Washington if you want to. Okay. Woo! It is cold. I should have worn gloves. My hands are freezing. Good Lord have mercy. All right, so here we have the Odegaard Undergraduate Library. Most definitely brings back a lot of memories. This is where the library is upstairs, but there's a cafe down here. It's called By George Cafe. Many, many good memories here. If I can find coffee on campus, that would be a dream come true right now. It really would be. All right, so there's a couple of food trucks right there. What's it called? Something griddle. Sunrise Griddle, I think, the first one there. And straight ahead there is Suzallo Library. That's Kane Hall, a lecture hall. There's a great tall chimney in Red Square. And that's right, this is Red Square, and I'm walking right to the middle of Red Square. There's a lot of history behind Red Square and why it's called Red Square. And why the ground, they decided to use bricks. I believe it has to do with protests and the ability for authorities to disperse crowds easier because of bricks are slippery, and I think that's what I remember. Somebody educate us. I'm not 100% sure about that. I just know that it has to do with protests maybe in the 60s or 70s. I'm not sure. Kane Hall, this is where I skipped Fisheries 101 a lot. No joke though, that was one of my classes that I took. All right, I'm walking towards Suzallo Library. There's so much to show here. This is a huge campus. Student body here is, well, it was 30,000 many years ago. When I went, it was 30,000. I don't know what it is now. Could be more, could be less than 30,000. So this is Suzallo Library. It's a beautiful library, beautiful building, beautiful architecture, as you can see. So I'm feeling like I'm gonna need to walk faster because I don't want to make this video too long. That way there is the quad straight ahead there, and during the spring it's a highly popular tourist attraction due to the cherry blossoms that are there. Beautiful, great place for photos and such. All right, let's take one last sweeping view of Red Square before we walk to the south and check out other parts of this beautiful campus. Okay, we're gonna go down towards the fountain now. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, it is really cold, my goodness. Next time, gloves for sure. All right, so straight ahead there is a large fountain, and way in the distance there is beautiful Mount Rainier. And besides the quad, which is now behind me, this is also a great place to check out cherry blossoms. These trees here, they're bare now because, again, we're going into winter, but you will also find a lot of people here during the spring taking photos and just immersing themselves in beautiful nature. Yeah, we're gonna walk to the fountain, and then I'm gonna go left From there, I'm going to go to the hub. Hub, HUB, stands for Husky. Is it Husky? Husky's Union Building. Husky Union Building. Here's a directory here. And there's the map. And we are there. And we are going to go that way. That way, this would be the quicker way to the hub, but I want to show you the fountain, and also show my face for a little bit, just to let you know that I'm here and that I'm freezing. My hands are cold. It's a beautiful morning here. The forecast calls for rain. I almost didn't come out this morning because the forecast calls for rain, but oftentimes it's not 100% accurate, or sometimes there's like a shift, you know, like you'll say that it'll rain at 9 or 10 in the morning, but it actually will not rain until later in the day, like in the afternoon or something. So I'm considering myself lucky right now that it's not raining. Wow, look at Mount Rainier. It's beautiful. So this is the fountain. Every fountain has a name, and I cannot remember the name of this fountain. But let's find out. There's a rose garden. Prime season or prime month for roses, I think is it May? Every time I see a rose garden, it reminds me of that Dolly Parton song. How does it go? I beg your pardon. I something never promised you a rose garden. Something to that effect. So this is the Drumheller Fountain. All right. Well, now I know. Beautiful, beautiful scenery here. Beautiful architecture. So behind that building there is the University of Washington Medical Center, South Campus. But we're not gonna go that way. This campus is huge. I mean, it's like a town all by itself. It's like a standalone town with its own police department, and the police department is located by South Campus, by the University of Washington Medical Center. So maybe I'll reserve that for another day. We'll do a South Campus tour, maybe go get lunch at that fabulous, there's a great restaurant there. It's a Mexican restaurant, I want to say, but it's right on the water. You can rent canoes, kayaks, or just sit right by the water and enjoy food and beer. It's a great place. All right, now we're walking towards the hub. So, looks like the electrical and computer engineering building is that building there. And I don't know all of these buildings. I know the main ones. I definitely remember Kane Hall because, again, I skipped Fisheries 101 a lot. But I passed and graduated. Hey! All right. Walking towards the hub. Yeah, actually, I think a South Campus tour would be fun. There's lots to see down there. It sits right on Lake Union, the north shore of Lake Union, northeast shore, I should say, of Lake Union. It's beautiful down there. One thing I try to be mindful of is to not breathe too hard or pant, but it's hard when you're walking and you're not in the greatest of shape. You know? So if anything, just know that I am aware of that, and there is no editing in the world that can fix that. So maybe I just stop breathing. How's that sound? I bet some of y'all out there probably like it if I stop breathing. Leave me a comment if that's something that would turn you on. All right, I need a coffee. I'm going crazy. All right, so this is the hub. All of this is the hub. There's been a lot of renovations to the hub, mostly interior renovations. I've been here a number of times since I graduated, and it looks really nice inside. A lot of it's actually unrecognizable. This is a good place to sit here and ponder about life, ponder about what you're gonna do with your degree once you get it. You know, maybe you graduate and turn out to be some small time YouTuber who walks around with a camera filming filming things. All right, so this is what I like to think of as the main entrance to the hub, this entrance here, because it comes from from Red Square. Red Square is that way. It's a direct shot from Red Square, and Red Square is like one of the main areas of the hub. Here's a husky statue. What's up, buddy? Beautiful dog. I do love huskies. They're beautiful dogs. Wow, look at that. I think I'm gonna take a selfie with him real quick here. Let's see. Maybe this can be a thumbnail pic. Who knows? All right, buddy. All right. Thank you for taking a photo with me, huskies, or husky. All right, we're gonna keep walking. We're gonna walk north. Got to be mindful of how long this video is here. Let's see. It is okay. It's getting to be pretty long, so. But you know, with YouTube these days, I mean, some people like long videos. There's videos out there that are an hour, hour and a half long, but the beauty of it is you don't have to watch the whole thing. I mean, certainly watch, you know, for my videos, please watch the entire video, but for others, you know, for other people's videos, you don't have to. This is the other entrance to the hub. Yeah, you do not have to do that for other people's videos, is watch it to the end. On the topic of long videos, what is the longest YouTube video that you have watched? I've probably watched a video that's about an hour long. That's probably the longest. But I was checking out long videos on YouTube, and one of the videos that I came across that was really long was by Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is like, you know, like the YouTube god, right? He has millions of subscribers. What is he at? 40 million subscribers or something? And he gives away cars, and I mean, he attracts a younger demographics, I think. Anyway, he did a video where he counted to 100,000. I think it was 200,000, and it was like a 7-hour video or something like that. Really long video. Crazy. All right, so just walking along the street here, and this is Padelford. Is this Padelford or is that Padelford? One of these is. That's the Hall Health Building. Oh, I remember going there. This is stairs to Montlake. So going this way here will lead you to Montlake. It'll lead you to the parking at Montlake, and also the IMA, which is the Intramural Activities Building. I think that's what IMA stands for. And I do think this is Padelford. Yeah, it is. There's a sign that says Padelford right there. So Padelford, I remember Padelford because I parked in the Padelford garage often, because it's you can actually park on campus, and it's pretty close to the hub and to a lot of my classes. So there it is right there. So that's important to know, I think, for parking on the Ave. That's a prime parking garage, parking lot. All right, so I am going to, from here, make an executive decision. Instead of walking all the way to the north entrance of the university, I'm gonna take a left through the quad, because I'm not trying to turn this into a Mr. Beast or any video that is too long. I'm gonna try to keep this under 30 minutes if possible, and looks like I have about 10 minutes left. So here are some dorms here. I can't remember the name of these dorms, but lots of memories for sure. Lots of memories. Visited, actually spent many nights at I'll leave that one alone. But yeah, wow, memories. You know, when I was going here, I remember tuition. Let's talk about tuition. I don't know how much tuition is right now. It's expensive, but of course not as expensive as what you would pay to attend a private school. This is, of course, a public school, but it's expensive. I remember I paid like $700 a quarter or something ridiculously low compared to what people are paying today. This is the music building. Yeah, I mean, so yes, instead of going straight, I'm going to go this way to the quad just to save some time. The quad's a beautiful place. So it has gotten to be really expensive, even though it's a public school, and even though you might pay in-state tuition, it's still expensive. People joke about, you know, is it worth? Well, I don't think people joke about it, but people talk about, you know, the value of a 4-year degree these days. Is it worth it to go to college, get your BA degree, and come out owing $100,000? You know, like, what are you gonna? And how long will it take for you to pay off your student loans? $100,000. That's like a mortgage. Not a mortgage in Seattle, but a mortgage. I don't know, mortgage somewhere. What, Detroit? I don't know. I'm not sure, but the point is, it's a lot of money, and you really have to to think about that. That's something to really consider. You know, you know, is that the path you want to take in life? So that is an individual thing that you would have to consider. So here's a quad. Beautiful, beautiful here during the spring. These two trees by the music building, those are magnolia trees, and they're super beautiful during the spring. Cherry blossoms, that's the thing that people come here for, and I'm gonna walk us to the trees. This is what people mainly come for, to take photos next to these beautiful trees. But those two magnolia trees, I mean, they stand alone and they stand out. So when I come here, I take photos, take portraits. In the springtime, I make it a point to walk up to those two magnolia trees just because they're beautiful and they're a little different. Ooh, this is beautiful. Wow. I'm just gonna stand here and soak in this awesome vibe here. Yeah. Beautiful here. Imagine coming here in the spring. Look at all the moss. Beautiful moss, touched by the morning sun. Wow. There's a person taking photos over there to the left. People come here to walk around, get exercise. There's the sun. I really lucked out today with the weather. So this is the quad, y'all. And it is beautiful right now. All right. I'm gonna walk us up this way. Red Square is to my left. I'm gonna walk towards this building here. So I know that there have been a few requests for the walking tour of the University of Washington, and hopefully this was helpful. You know, I want to provide value. I don't go for these walks just for the sake of going for these walks, or else I wouldn't bring my camera. But, you know, I want to be able to share and just provide information, give you a visual update, if anything. And I say visual because, I don't know, I mean, sometimes I feel like I should just shut my trap and just show you, right? And let the environment, let the whatever is in view do the talking. Because I enjoy videos like that too, where, you know, like there's one of Japan where it's just a camera and the vlogger goes on these night walks, and it's beautiful. It doesn't say anything. Tons of subs, but yeah, for the time being, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I want to show you this building. This is a beautiful building, Denny Hall. I want to say that some of the buildings, like that one, looks new, and I can't remember if that's the business school or what that is. You can still see that it's autumn here. Whew. All right. Let's walk up to Denny Hall. This is a beautiful building. This is one of the most beautiful buildings on campus. There are many, as you have witnessed, but certainly this is one beautiful building. And I imagine the views from the top of that building must be fantastic. It looks over the quad. Oh, there's a squirrel. All right, so now I'm walking back towards the Ave where we started. We came from that direction there. Past the big flag, there's Odegaard and Red Square. But I'm gonna go this way and show you this beautiful tree-lined street here. The street leads to the main entrance, which is at the north of the campus. This is a beautiful tree-lined street. It's even more beautiful when there's leaves on the trees. Maybe next year I'll come during the fall, but I'll come in October, because I imagine, well, actually I remember it's just It's gorgeous here with the leaves. I'm gonna go to the right, but I wanted to show you this right here. This is, man, beautiful autumn vibes right here, y'all. I mean, check it out. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is the essence of autumn right here, the colors. These trees have still managed to retain their leaves and colors for the most part. So that's beautiful. So straight ahead past this building is the Burke Museum. The Burke Museum has been remodeled. It looks totally different from the Burke Museum of years ago. How much time have I got? Oh, I'm at the 30-minute mark. Oh my goodness, it's turning out to be a long video. But I do want to show you that that museum. If anything, I think on a personal note, I think my father would appreciate seeing it now that I think about it, because he's been to that museum a lot, and he actually has an exhibit at that museum. Whether or not they transferred it to the new museum after they remodeled it, I don't know. But I'm gonna show him this video. I'll send him a link to this video and tell him to like and subscribe and share the video. Which, on that note, please do like the video if you like the video, and subscribe as well if you have not already. I'm gonna bring more content your way, try to find value that I can provide, and then maybe entertain a little bit from time to time. And when the situation gets better, we get to travel a whole lot. That's gonna be a lot of fun when that happens. All right. There's the main entrance to the campus, north entrance. Parking all along here. And there is the Burke Museum. Wow, looks so different. Looks so different from before. The Burke Museum sits on the northwest corner of campus, right by the intersection of 45th and 15th Avenue. And I know earlier I stated that, I believe I did at the beginning of this video, I referred to the Ave as 15th Avenue, but the Ave is actually University Way. So I wanted to make that correction before someone, well, it doesn't matter if someone will correct me later, but before someone goes in there and says, it's actually University Way, you idiot, do some research. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Sometimes I know these things, but I just forget. You know, when you're walking and you have something in your hand and you're talking, you just lose your train of thought. And but deep down inside, it's like, yeah, I know my direction, you know, like, and I know street names because I've lived here 40 years and these were my stomping grounds, blah, 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 blah. All right, y'all, that's the university bookstore right there. And as you can see, there's a lot of construction that they're making to the Ave. Burke Museum. And I'm going to cross the street here, walk us over to the Ave, which will be where I will sign off. show you what the Ave looks like a little bit. University bookstore. It's a parking lot. And this is the Ave in November 2020. And all right, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you for watching my video. Thank you for walking with me. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.